Hello, this is Mr. Chabry. Welcome back to another week of NGDL goodness. This is our team. We haven't made any changes to the team, and I don't really like changing our team and draft leagues that much. So this is the team, and this is who we are facing. The Silmar Leafeons, coached by Sharpedo43. And this is actually a very scary team. The thing that scares me the most, and you'll see it right there, is Marshadow. That thing is terrifying. It can destroy entire teams on its own. I'm also afraid of that Mega Sharpedo. If that thing gets a speed boost, it can outspeed everything. Gardevoir is pretty scary too. I think Gardevoir could set up Trick Room. I don't see it, but I see that it could be a possibility because I do have some fast mons on my side. Milotic's going to be a little bit, difficult to break through. So is the Registeel. But the Pokemon the two that I'm most afraid of is Marshadow and Sharpedo. And real quick, I'm going to show you my team so I could tell you some Pokemon that I brought and what I was thinking. The main Pokemon I wanted to bring, since if you look at this, you can see there's not a lot that wants to take a hit from Marshadow. Really, my only option for Marshadow is going to be Dodrio. So this is going to be Dodrio's first match. And hopefully Dodrio can actually help us out. It's going to be Scarf, so it can outspeed Marshadow naturally. If my opponent has a Scarfed Marshadow, hopefully we can get that thing locked into a Ghost-type move. But my opponent really doesn't even have to because, yeah, there's a Ghost-type can actually, or a Fighting-type can actually do a lot of damage to my team. So I'm kind of scared of that Marshadow, like very scared of it. I also think getting sticky webs are going to be pretty helpful, especially if my opponent does not bring Trick Room. I'm really hoping my opponent does not do that. I actually brought Steelix. If you look at this, Steelix looks like on paper it doesn't do much, but I really wanted it for that Registeel, because if I can break through Registeel, it's going to make things a little bit easier for me. Of course, we brought Palkia, Florges for special defense, Rabombi for the sticky web, all that goodness. So, yeah, this is a scary team. Let's go ahead and see what my opponent has brought. This is, like, really scary. And right now in the yellow division, things are really close. Quilliams and the Killer Nacho are right there. We're all right here on the same level right now. And I think Quilliams actually won his match for this week, while Killer Nacho has lost this week's match. So that means Quilliams is up here, and me and Killer Nacho right now are right here. If I can win this, I can get up there with Quilliams. If not, we're still in the race. And we just have to play harder near the end because, yeah, things are getting a little tougher. But yeah, we need to win as much as we can because things are really close, neck and neck. Let's see what my opponent has brought. There's Braviary. My opponent probably does have Trick Room now, looking at this. Actually, I'm pretty confident saying that there's probably Trick Room. We got Marshadow, Registeel, Braviary, Gardevoir, Milotic, and we also got Mudsdale, which I had Mudsdale in the last NGDL, I do believe it was. I couldn't get much use out of it, but I think my opponent might get more use out of it because the Trick Room team. What are we going to see as a lead? I see no Mega Sharpedo, and that actually makes me feel good. I could lead Steelix, try to get some rocks up. I think I might do that. I don't really have something that wants to lead. I don't want to lead Rabombi away. No defog. My opponent has no defog, so let's actually lead Rabombi. Go ahead and get the rocks, or the webs going. Of course, Trick Room would be kind of annoying, but I think if I play this right, I can actually stall out the turns of Trick Room. Really, Trick Room is only going to make that Mudsdale, very scary. Of course, Gardevoir might be kind of scary too. Just because it's got 80 speed, so you can actually you can actually make it spread where it's pretty slow. And also, I think Braviary could be scary in Trick Room too. It's got 80 speed as well. We're going to see Bullseye, which is going to be this thing, the Mudsdale. Heavy Slam does a lot to us. Let's get a Sticky Web going first. Yeah, let's get Sticky Web going first. I think we might actually see a Stealth Rocks. I think we might see Stealth Rocks first turn. If I can get these Sticky Webs, it's going to be great. Especially Marshadow. Marshadow is what I'm most afraid of. That thing is terrifying. This thing could actually do a lot of damage with a Heavy Slam, but I'm sashed, so I always take one. There's the Heavy Slam, okay. I could Moonblast, get some chip on this thing. And then bring in Palkia, threaten it out. Let's do that. Let's go with that play. Moonblast. Then bring in Palkia. And really looking at this, Milotic is really my opponent's only option for Palkia. And Milotic doesn't really want to take Thunderbolts. Probably going to be a specially defensive set. Yeah, still doesn't want to take Thunderbolts. If we can get some chip on Milotic, Palkia should be able to handle it. And Palkia is actually set up so it outspeeds, I think, Raichu. I think Raichu is what I set it up to outspeed. We're going to see Dial Up, which is going to be this thing, Registeel. I have a really easy switch in for Registeel. Of course, we're probably going to see Stealth Rocks. I won't be able to stop that, but what I can do is set up a Reflect. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Get the Reflect going. So that way, because my opponent has mostly, Gardevoir and Milotic are the only things that could hit me specially and do a lot of work. I mean, Marshadow could have hit him Power. That's more for coverage than sheer power, so I think we'll go Reflect here. I can't stop the Stealth Rock, and if I switch out, Rimbombi's gone anyway. We're going to go ahead, get the Reflect up, and that way most of these Mons are not going to be that scary. I'm just going to let Rimbombi go down. Here's the Stealth Rocks. Let's go Steelix. Let's hard switch into Steelix now. We'll just let Rimbombi go down. We'll save that for Death Fodder. But yeah, we're going Steelix here. Oh, jeez, it's that set. Defense is now up. Earthquake only does about 28%. Go ahead and Earthquake for chip. We're going to see, this is probably Braviary. Oh, Milotic, okay. We'll at least get to see what Milotic is attacking. If it's physical or special. And it seems to be a physical defensive set. It probably has Refresh, so there might not really be a reason to... Might not really be a reason to Toxic it. I still want to Toxic this thing. So I'm going to just click Toxic. I want to see a Scald. We should take a Scald. If we don't get burnt. Okay, good. We'll go ahead Toxic this thing. I can always Wish pass into Steelix again. And now, I'd actually like to go into Florges. Florges can take hits. We can get a Wish going. Yeah, so I think that's the plan. Go Florges here, take a hit. Wish onto Steelix. Yeah, I think that's the plan. This thing probably has Recover. There's a chance it could have Refresh as well, but we can have some added pressure on this thing. That would be fine. It might not even have Refresh. It's something you don't see that often anymore. Yeah. Go into Florges here? What are we going to see? What are we going to come out? That's going to be Navy Seal. It's going to be the Bird. Braviary. What is this set going to be? Probably a Scarf set. Could be even a Bulk Up set. I've seen many of those. I'm going to actually Moonblast here. Just in case it's a substitute set. We're going to see Defog, actually. Okay. Actually does decent damage. So this is a Defog set. I'm going to actually get a Wish here. And then I can go into Steelix. Get some health back onto Steelix. I think it's close combat or superpower this thing gets. What's a superpower doing to our Steelix? Alright, I think Registeel's coming in though. Dial up. Yeah, that's Registeel. Going to Steelix. Take a hit. Yeah, we do take a hit. Go Steelix, get some health back onto our boy. There's the Iron Head. Doing nothing. Alright, Steelix is in the game! And I think, honestly, it's going to be a really good idea to get some Stealth Rocks going. Because it seems like that Bird is the best option for my opponent. And unfortunately, we're going to have to get a Defog before we can get Rimbombi back in. We do have Dodrio, though. That's the good thing about Dodrio. It will outspeed naturally. Unless Marshadow's Scarfed. I want to Earthquake so bad. Because if Braviary comes in, it's got to take damage anyway, right? And I don't see it coming in. Mudsdale. What is Mudsdale taking on? Earthquake. Taking nothing. Let's just click Earthquake. Bullseye, that's the Mudsdell. What if that thing is banded? We'll still take it if it's banded. I'm going to actually Toxic this thing, though. I think that is the best thing to do right now. Let's just go Toxic. Put some pressure on this thing. We should take it. Even if it's choice banded, we should take it. I mean, we're sturdy range right now, so yeah, of course we'll take it. And let's get this Toxic. Boom! So now, Registill becomes a little bit more of a problem, though, because Steelix might have to actually go down. I'm going to have to hope that Palkia can power through it, which, I mean, it can. It takes a few hits. I've already got Stealth Rocks on the field. Let's go ahead. Should I sack off Steelix? At this range, it's not taking much from anything. I'm going to just sack it off. I can easily bring in something to, you know, scare this thing out. We'll just let Steelix go down. I think that might actually be banded. I could go Absol and go for a knockoff pretty easily. Or I'd go Palkia, scare it out with a Hydro Pump. Even a Spatial Rin. I think I want to go Absol, though. I think we'll go Absol. What does my opponent have as a switch-in? Probably Milotic? I don't know if my opponent would keep this thing alive. I could easily go knockoff. But it would actually be really great to be behind a substitute. A knockoff will get rid of this thing. Yeah, knockoff will get rid of this thing. Let's go sub. Get behind a substitute, at least. We're not going to be behind it. This thing's staying in. Okay, but what we can do is knock off its item. And it should go down. Should go down to a knockoff. Well, now it 100% goes down to a knockoff. That might have actually been the right play anyway. Because it was down to a roll before. Now it goes down 100%. So Absol's got a kill. And it takes out the Mudsdell. We outspeed everything except Marshadow. But we can easily Sucker Punch the Marshadow. And that's probably Marshadow right there. It is. Sucker Punch would be nice. Part of me thinks it could be like a bulk up set. Maybe my opponent goes for a bulk up expecting Sucker Punch. Either way, just click Sucker Punch, I think. I think so. Click Sucker Punch. Might be a bulk up set. Oh, so it's not a bulk up set. Good. See a Drain Punch. We lose Absol, unfortunately. We can easily go Dodrio on this thing. But I want to make it look like I'm like contemplating it. Try to get in the mind. I don't know. What can actually take a hit from this thing? Florges barely can. Well, Bombi goes down on switch in. Palkia can, but I need Palkia at health. Let's go Dodrio. Alright, Dodrio. Do I knock off expecting a switch or just Brave Bird? I think I got a Brave Bird. Got a Brave Bird. Alright, alright. Like I said, this Marshadow is like nerve-wracking. It's like one of the best Pokemon. Like fast and it hits hard. We're going to see a switch. And of course Register will come up. Should do about 20%. Less than 20%. Okay. Yeah. I think honestly, this thing might actually end up defeating me. Because I can't. I've got to sack off Rimbombi here. And with that, I'll bring in Palkia. Hopefully I'll be able to power through this thing. But yeah, we're going to sack off Rimbombi. Right now, we are in a bad position. Like, really bad. We need Dodrio. Dodrio is our only shot for Marshadow. If we can get rid of Registeel, which Steelix was meant to do earlier. But unfortunately, with that gone, we're going to have to play a little bit differently. But if we can get rid of Registeel, I think Dodrio might be able to sweep up, maybe. We need chip on Milotic, though, because Milotic's bulky. Yeah, we need... Right now, we are in a bad position. Let's sack off Rimbombi here. Dial Up gets withdrawn. Let's see. Let's play this based on what comes in. Navy Seal comes in. Okay. Gosh. We should have just stayed in, honestly, then. Should have just stayed in. I think we have to go Palkia anyway. Gotta go Palkia. This thing could be scarfed, but it might not be. But we gotta play it this way, because we need to get rid of this thing. We got Thunderbolt. Thunderbolts. Nothing really wants to come in on a Thunderbolt. This thing does not live a Thunderbolt. And I clicked Thunderbolt because Gardevoir is still here. Moonblast devastates us. We got Z Hydro Pump. mainly for that boy. A Brave Bird, that's gonna hurt. So that is Scarfed. The outsped, so. But honestly, Marshadow can just come in now. And I can't do anything to Marshadow. Marshadow sweep up. Marshadow sweeps. We've seen Drain Punch. I don't want to switch that in. Palkia. Can you take a Shadow Sneak? Maybe do this thing. Go Shadow Sneak, expecting me to Scarf. Don't even take a Shadow Sneak. Jesus. I'll just play it off like we're Scarfed, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. Drain Punch. We go down to Drain Punch anyway. From here, we go Florges. And then we don't win. No way we can win. I mean, I click Moonblast. That's it. Registeel just has to switch in. Poison Jab. Can we even take a Poison Jab? Dude, barely. Oh, barely. Wow. That thing had a Rosalie Berry. So we don't win this one. I can click Wish, because it doesn't matter. My opponent just has to go for another Poison Jab if my Wish is there, just in case my opponent decides to switch, which my opponent doesn't even have to. Yeah. Yeah, we get swept by Marshadow. Like, really badly swept. That bites, man. That really bites. Marshadow is so powerful. I knew it was going to be terrifying. But really, I think honestly, I don't even know how I could have played that right. Or any different. Because the only defensive mon I've got on my team is Steelix. Steelix does not want to face down Marshadow anyway. Marshadow is just so powerful. Spatial Rim because it don't matter. Alright, good game, Sharpedo43. Yeah, that was tough. I knew Marshadow was going to be a difficult Pokemon to face. Because it's got so much in terms of coverage. It hits like a truck. It's got Technician, so even moves that don't hit like a truck hit like a truck. Just such a powerful Pokemon. A little behind the scenes. When we were drafting, I originally was going to get Marshadow. But Sharpedo43 got it, and I picked Palkia instead. But man, I knew Marshadow was going to be tough. It is tough. But anyway, if you like this, give it a thumbs up. We're still in the game. We're still in the game. The Killer Nacho lost this week's battle, so right now we're tied with him. But Quilliams is up here, so we do face Quilliams again. He will be the last person that we face in the normal season in week 12. So hopefully we can win against that one. Hopefully we can. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you in the next Pokemon video.